Here is the complete guide on how to switch your cell phone carrier, whether you're going from AT&T to T-Mobile, T-Mobile to Verizon, or switching from a big carrier to a prepaid carrier, such as US Mobile, Visible, or Mint Mobile. You'll be able to keep your exact same phone number, keep your exact same phone, and hopefully get better coverage at a better price. For this video, I will be transferring one of my T-Mobile lines over to US Mobile, but this same process will apply regardless of who your current carrier is and who you are switching to. I'm making this video for my friend Cole, who is currently on his parents' plan on Cricket and who has been procrastinating switching to his own plan with better coverage. So Cole, this one is for you, and I hope it helps everyone else who's watching. Okay, quick high-level overview. We are going to cover the 4 things you need to do before you switch carriers, the exact process of switching to a new carrier, and how to keep your current phone number, and then what to do once you have officially switched over. Let's start with the 4 things you need to do before you switch carriers. Number 1, keep your current service active. Some people think, oh, I want to switch carriers. I should cancel my old service and then sign up for new service. This makes a lot of sense if you are moving houses and you are switching your utility providers for heat, electricity, or home internet. But it is different when you are switching cell phone carriers. It turns out you need your current service active in order to transfer your phone number from your old carrier over to your new carrier. When you go through the process of transferring your phone number, called porting, your new carrier will automatically reach out to your old carrier and cancel your service for you. You should only cancel service for lines you no longer need, such as a smartwatch line or a tablet line that you've decided you are no longer using. And make sure to do that first before you switch carriers. Number 2, check to make sure the carrier you are thinking of switching to has good coverage where you live. The last thing I would want for you to do is to spend all of this energy switching only to realize your new carrier has horrible service where you live. So go ahead and look up your city or county and compare coverage between AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon. It turns out all cell phone plans will use either AT&T, T-Mobile, or Verizon for coverage, so you'll want to see how those networks compare. You can see the median download speeds, compare median upload speeds, compare reliability scores, and compare coverage percentages. There's even a super cool network performance section, which now shows you the top performers for download speed, upload speed, latency, reliability, and coverage. T-Mobile is the best for 3 out of 5 of these based on 24,000 speed tests, so I think it will be the best network in my area. You can also go ahead and check out the crowdsourced coverage map to see real speeds that people are getting on the network in your area. This is Verizon. It is crazy fast. My favorite view is the best carrier view, which automatically colors the squares by the carrier that is getting the fastest speeds. Here in Longmont, Colorado, it looks like T-Mobile and Verizon are the 2 fastest carriers getting insanely fast speeds. You can also compare coverage footprints using the signal strength map to make sure you're getting the absolute best carrier in your area. Number 3, make sure your current phone is unlocked. It turns out whenever you buy a phone from a carrier, the phone comes locked to that carrier. This means if you buy a phone from AT&T, the phone has special software on it that restricts it to only work on AT&T, even if the phone has the hardware to work with T-Mobile or Verizon. When you get your phone unlocked, that software restriction is removed and you are free to use the phone on any carrier you choose. Now, naturally, if you are switching carriers, you want your current phone to work with your new carrier so you can get your service activated immediately and so you don't have to buy a new device. But how do you tell if your phone is locked or unlocked, and how do you get it unlocked if it isn't? iPhone users can check by going to Settings, General, About, SIM Restrictions. If your phone says no SIM restrictions, that means it is unlocked and will work with your new carrier. If it says SIM locked, that means it'll only work with your current carrier and you'll need to get it unlocked before you switch. Android users, unfortunately, there is no way to tell on the phone itself if it is locked or unlocked. The only way to check is to contact your current carrier and have them check for you. But how do you get your phone unlocked? different carriers have different unlocking policies. AT&T requires the phone to be paid off and to have been active on the network for at least 60 days. Then you can submit an unlock request on AT&T's website. T-Mobile requires the phone to be paid off and to have been active on the network for at least 40 days. Once your device meets those conditions, T-Mobile says they will automatically unlock your phone within 2 business days. And Verizon just requires that the device has been fully paid off, and then they will automatically unlock the phone for you. Speaking of fully paid off devices, now is also a good time to mention that you should check to make sure all of your devices are, in fact, fully paid off. If they are not and you switch carriers, then all remaining balance owed on your devices will become due, and that could mean a surprise bill of a couple hundred or even a couple $1,000s. I wouldn't want that to happen to you, so definitely double check. I will also leave an article with more carrier unlocking policies linked in the video description so you can check what steps you need to follow to get your phone unlocked. Now, that said, some of you watching this right now are thinking about getting a new phone at the same time as switching carriers. If that's you, I've got you. You have 3 options. First, you can do a trade-in deal with your new carrier. A lot of carriers offer excellent deals on the new iPhones and Android phones. The one thing I encourage you to do is to do all of the math out. Verizon's free iPhone 17 Pro deal is tempting, but it requires you to be on Verizon Unlimited Ultimate, Verizon's most expensive plan. Over the 3-year term of the deal, you would spend over $3,240. The second option is to buy a new phone unlocked directly from Apple, Samsung, or Google. If you do this, you are free to use the phone on any plan or carrier you choose. Plus, Apple, Samsung, and Google also offer financing options, so you don't necessarily have to pay full price up front. Check out my video on the secret way to finance an unlocked iPhone if you haven't seen it already. Now, instead of going with Verizon, you can go with Visible, a prepaid carrier that uses Verizon for coverage. The same iPhone 17 Pro and 3 years of service comes out to just $2,179, saving you over $1,000. If you want to save even more money, you may consider option 3, which is to buy a refurbished phone. Channel sponsor Backmarket is the leading online marketplace for refurbished electronics. If you're an iPhone fan, you can find an iPhone 14 Pro for $379, an iPhone 15 for $338, or even an iPhone 16 Pro Max for $680. If you're an Android fan, you can find a Pixel 9 Pro for $480, a Galaxy S24 for $329, or even a Galaxy S25 Ultra for $845. All Backmarket phones have passed a thorough quality inspection of the screen, cameras, speakers, microphones, battery, and more to verify everything is in perfect working condition. Plus, Backmarket protects your purchase with their free 30-day returns and a 1-year warranty. When you pair a refurbished iPhone 16 Pro Max with the Visible Plus plan, your total is just $1,760, which saves you over $1,400 compared to Verizon. So, if you want to save money on an unlocked phone that will work with any plan from any carrier, check out Backmarket at the link below. As a bonus, you can get an extra $20 off using code BYOD20 for a limited time. There is one more thing to do before you switch cell phone carriers, and that is number 4, check to see if there are any discounts or referral codes available. I'll leave any discount codes I have in the video description, but please feel free to ask your friends or family members if they have a referral code, or browse Reddit for referral codes as well. Now that you've done those 4 things, you are ready to actually switch carriers. How does the process work? I'm going to walk you through it step by step and transfer one of my T-Mobile lines over to US Mobile as an example. To switch your cell phone carrier, you need 4 key pieces of information. 1, your account number. You can usually find this when you log into your online account or at the top of one of your PDF bills. For some carriers, you will need to contact support to get your account number. 2, your transfer PIN. This is a special 4 to 6-digit number generated specifically for transferring your phone number. This is different from your account PIN, which is a 4 to 6-digit number used to verify your identity either in-store or online while chatting with a representative. To get your transfer PIN, you can dial star port on AT&T, pound port on Verizon, or via your online account on T-Mobile. I have video tutorials on how to get your account number and transfer PIN for all of the major carriers, and I'll leave them linked in the video description. For most other carriers, you will need to contact support to generate your transfer PIN and likely get your account number. Once your transfer PIN is generated, it's typically valid for about 7 days before it expires and you will need to generate a new one. The third thing you will need is your billing zip code. This is the billing zip code that's on file with your current carrier. It's a good idea to double check this just in case you may have moved since you originally signed up for your service. And the fourth thing is the phone number you are transferring. Once you have this information, you are ready to switch carriers. What does this process look like? It will be a little different depending on which carrier you are switching to, but in general, it will follow these steps. First, go to your new carrier's website, making sure to use your friend's referral link if they have one, and go ahead and sign up for service. You might be asked if you want to activate using eSIM or a physical SIM. eSIM stands for embedded SIM. It is a SIM card that is embedded in the logic board of your phone. Physical SIM is a physical SIM card that you'll need to ship to your house and then activate and then insert into your phone. I encourage you to activate using eSIM because most phones from the past 5 years support it, and it will make things faster and easier. At some point during the activation process, your new carrier will ask if you want to transfer or port your phone number. Select yes, you do, and then enter the port out details you collected earlier. This includes your phone number, account number, transfer PIN, and billing zip code. One pro tip here, if you are on a family plan and you are porting out multiple phone numbers, make sure to do the account holder's phone number last. That is because the account holder's phone number is often used to sign into the account, verify things, and porting that phone number out can sometimes cause problems. So save it for the end and do all of the other numbers first. Anyway, triple check to make sure all of the information you entered is correct. If there are any mistakes, then the port won't go through and it will cause delays. If everything looks good, go ahead and continue. Once you complete the checkout process, your new carrier will submit the details to your old carrier, and if everything matches, your phone number will successfully be transferred to your new carrier and your old account will be closed. 90% of the time, this probably takes about 15 minutes. However, it can take up to 48 or 72 hours. So definitely have some patience. The good news is that service will continue to work with your old carrier until the moment that your phone number is transferred over to your new carrier. Once you complete your order, you should get an email with activation instructions. In some cases, you might get a notification to finish setting up an eSIM from your new carrier. Simply tap on that and then follow the activation instructions to get that line activated. You might also get an email with instructions on how to activate your eSIM and a QR code to scan. Now, I just learned this. It turns out you can tap and hold on a QR code and then tap Add eSIM on the bottom. Go ahead and tap Activate and then follow the instructions on screen to go ahead and get your eSIM activated and set up. Once you have your line set up and configured, go ahead and run a cellular speed test just to make sure your data is set up and working properly. One thing I'm noticing with my line is it says LTE right now, so I'm gonna go ahead into my settings and check the line to see, and yep, voice and data, it looks like it automatically selected LTE only. I'm gonna toggle that to 5G auto to make sure I'm getting the fastest speeds available. And now with that done, I can start a test to see what 5G performance is like in my area on US Mobile's Lightspeed plan. And you can see speeds are excellent for this area. After you run a speed test, you are also gonna wanna go ahead and make a test phone call and send a test text message, that's a tongue twister, to make sure messaging is working properly as well. And of course, set up RCS if that needs to be set up as well. Lastly, you do want to go ahead into the phone application, go to voicemail, tap greeting, and tap the line that you just added, and tap custom to go ahead and record your custom greeting. With that recorded, go ahead and press stop, and then the little save button, and now you have set your custom greeting, and you are all set to enjoy your new service, hopefully at a better price. That's it. Share this video with one friend who is like my friend Cole, who has been thinking about switching carriers, but hasn't yet. This could be the push they need to switch and save hundreds of dollars per year. I'm Stetson, and I hope that's helpful, and I'll see you next time. Cole, what do you think? Are you going to do it?
I'm gonna do it. Easier than I thought.
Let's go. We got him.